What if I told you that in 1978, 6 different artists had their first single ever go #1 on the R&B charts? Debut songs, first time anyone heard their name, instant success, and 5 of them never had another hit again. Not because the music was bad, not because they stopped trying, but because of something that happened between 1978 and 1980 that destroyed careers faster than anything the industry had ever seen. You know these songs. You've sung them at parties, and you have no idea what they cost the people who made them. Let me show you. Number 10, Bar-Kays, Holy Ghost. The Bar-Kays had already survived the impossible. In 1967, 4 members died in the plane crash that killed Otis Redding. Only 2 walked away. By 1978, they'd rebuilt with new members and delivered Holy Ghost, a synth funk monster that climbed to number 9 R&B. But here's what the industry didn't know. Stax Records had already collapsed in 1975. This track sat in the vault for 3 years until Fantasy Records bought Stax and released it just to capitalize on the Bar-Kays' new success at Mercury. The band didn't even know it was coming out. Then the 8.5-minute extended disco mix dropped. Drum breaks so deep they're still sampled today. And if you've ever built something from nothing after losing everything, you know that's a different kind of power.
Come over here, man. Yes, man. Now we have other originals among them.
The song hit, but nobody remembers the band that refused to stay dead. Number 9, Peaches and Herb, Shake Your Groove Thing. Peaches and Herb disappeared for 7 years. Radio silence, no charts, no hits. Then in October 1978, Shake Your Groove Thing climbed to number 5 pop, number 4 R&B. Their first return in 7 years became a gold record. Here's the thing though, the Peaches singing wasn't the original Peaches. Herb Feimster kept the name but hired a new singer, Linda Green, because Francine Barker walked away from music completely. And you know that feeling when you hear a voice you recognize but something feels different? That's because it was. Then the disco backlash hit. By 1980, radio stations were burning disco records, and the duo couldn't get airplay. 22 weeks on the charts, gold certification. 1 year later, completely forgotten. Real talk. Only 9% of you watching this are actually subscribed. That hurts a little, not gonna lie. We spend hours digging through archives, fact-checking every detail, bringing these stories back to life because this music deserves to be remembered. And you're here because you care about that too. So if these videos mean something to you, if you've ever said, damn, I didn't know that, or felt something while watching, just hit subscribe. It's free, takes 2 seconds, and it tells YouTube to show this to more people who love this music like we do. Let's build this together. All right, back to the story. Number 8, Heatwave, The Groove Line. Heatwave's The Groove Line peaked at number 7 pop in July 1978. Written by keyboardist Rod Temperton, who'd later write Thriller for Michael Jackson, this multinational band from London blended American soul with British production polish. But here's where the story fractures. Bassist Mario Mantis attended a party at Elton John's house. His girlfriend went home early. When Mantis arrived, she was furious and stabbed him. The knife hit his heart. He was clinically dead for several minutes. When he finally woke from the coma, he was blind, mute, and paralyzed in his entire body. To this day, he has no memory of it happening. And that's where the story should end. But it doesn't. Mantis never pressed charges. He moved in with her after leaving the hospital. The band replaced him and kept recording. But Rod Temperton quit soon after to write for others. The hit stopped. Number 7 in 1978, gone by 1980. And if you've ever watched something beautiful collapse from one moment of violence, you know there's no coming back from that. Number 7, Stargard, theme song from Which Way Is Up. Stargard's theme song from Which Way Is Up spent 2 weeks at number 1 R&B in February 1978. Written by Norman Whitfield for the Richard Pryor movie, the vocal trio of Rochelle Runnels, Deborah Anderson, and Janice Williams delivered pure disco funk energy. Here's what broke them. By 1979, Deborah Anderson left after their third album. Then it was just 2. Rochelle and Janice kept recording, switched labels twice, and watched each release chart lower than the last. The disco backlash was merciless. Radio stopped playing them. Clubs moved on. In 2012, Rochelle Runnels died, and nobody outside the family noticed. Number 1 for 2 weeks, number 21 pop, featured in a major motion picture. And 30 years later, nobody even knew her name. That's the cost of being a disco act when the world decided disco was dead. Number 6, Enchantment, It's You That I Need. Enchantment's It's You That I Need spent 1 week at number 1 R&B in February 1978. You were my life, The Detroit vocal group met at Pershing High School. Lead singer Emmanuel E.J. Johnson was visually impaired like his childhood friend Stevie Wonder. And started singing in church. Then came the complication. Roadshow Records was guiding them alongside BT Express and Brass Construction. By 1980, Roadshow folded completely. Enchantment signed with RCA, then Columbia, but funk and rap were taking over. Ballad groups couldn't compete. Both albums barely dented the charts. And here's the truth nobody talks about. When your label collapses and the sound changes, it doesn't matter how good you were. Number 1 R&B, number 33 pop. 5 years later, they couldn't get arrested. And if you've ever been the right artist at the wrong time, you know that timing is everything and also completely out of your control. Number 5, Con-Funk Shun, Ffun. Con-Funk Shun's Ffun spent 2 weeks at number 1 R&B in January 1978. 7 guys from Vallejo, California, led by Louis McCall on drums and Michael Cooper on vocals. They'd been backing bands since high school, grinding the circuit until Mercury Records signed them in 1976. Here's what you didn't see. By the mid-'80s, tensions inside the group were unbearable. Louis McCall missed 2 concert dates to deal with medical problems from a teenage car crash. The band let him go. Felton Pilot left after a physical altercation with McCall. By 1987, they stopped recording entirely. Then in 1997, Louis McCall was shot and killed in a home invasion robbery at his home. He was 45 years old, number 1 in 1978, murdered in 1997. And if you've ever lost someone to violence, you know it doesn't hurt less just because they had their moment 20 years earlier. Number 4, Foxy, Get Off. Foxy's Get Off spent 2 weeks at number 1 R&B in August 1978, number 9 Pop, number 18 Disco. The Miami-based Latin funk band wrote it as a joke about their boss at a club who kept shutting down their shows. Here's the twist. The high-pitched female vocals everyone remembers, not Foxy. Those were a Miami trio called Wildflower, who came in when Foxy realized the falsetto chant was too high for them. Wildflower was never credited, never appeared in videos, never got a dime beyond the session fee. And you know how that goes. Number 1 R&B, sampled by the Beastie Boys 30 years later. But the women who made the song iconic got erased from history completely. That's the music industry's favorite magic trick. Make the sound, take the credit, disappear the people who actually created it. Number 3, Rick James, You and I. Rick James's You and I was his debut single in March 1978. Number 1 R&B for 2 weeks, number 13 Pop, number 3 Disco. His Come Get It album went gold, launching his entire career. But here's what preceded that moment. Rick James went AWOL from the Navy in 1964 and fled to Toronto under the name Ricky Matthews. He joined the Minor Birds alongside a young Neil Young and bassist Bruce Palmer. Military authorities discovered his whereabouts and convicted him of desertion. He served months in jail. After release, he spent years grinding through California rock bands before forming the Stone City Band in Buffalo. Then Motown signed him in 1978. His first single changed everything, but Rick's demons never stopped calling. Drugs, jail time again in the 90s. In 2004, a heart attack took his life at 56. He went from AWOL to superstar to tragedy. And if you know that feeling when someone finally makes it but can't outrun their past, you understand why You and I feels bittersweet now. Number 2, Evelyn Champagne, King Shame. Evelyn Champagne, King Shame peaked at number 9 pop in September 1978. Number 7, R&B. Number 8, disco. She was 15 years old and working as a cleaner at Sigma Sound Studios in Philadelphia alongside her mother. Here's what changed her life. Producer T-Life heard her singing in the bathroom, not performing, just singing while she cleaned. He signed her immediately. 6 months later, Shame was everywhere. Cookouts, roller rinks, slow dances, her only top 10 hit ever. The song that was supposed to launch a superstar career became the peak instead. Then vinyl reissues replaced the original version with the extended disco remix because that 6.5-minute version dominated clubs. Her next single, I don't know if it's right, was superior but never matched Shame. By 1982, Love Come Down hit number 17, and that was it. Top 10 once. 15 years old, discovered in a bathroom. And if you've ever had one perfect moment that nothing else could touch, you know how that weight feels for the rest of your life. Number 1, A Taste of Honey, Boogie Oogie Oogie. A Taste of Honey's Boogie Oogie Oogie was unstoppable in September 1978. Number 1 pop, number 1 R&B, number 1 soul, the first platinum single in Capitol Records history, over 2 million copies sold. Janice Marie Johnson sang lead while playing that iconic slap bass line simultaneously. The Mizell brothers produced it. The group won Best New Artist at the Grammys in 1979. This was the blueprint for disco funk crossover success. Here's what nobody tells you. They could never do it again. Their second album flopped. The disco backlash was immediate and brutal. Radio moved on. By 1981, they couldn't get a deal. Janice Marie Johnson tried solo work. Nothing hit. The band that defined 1978 was over by 1982, and that's the cruelest part. You can do everything right. Write the perfect song, play it flawlessly, sell 2 million copies, win the Grammy, and still watch it all disappear in 3 years because the culture shifted and left you behind. Number 1 in 1978, forgotten by 1981. That's not failure. That's just how fast the world moves.